And we are back, and we just finished watching 2024's Presence. This is rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 24 minutes. This comes to us from director Steven Soderbergh with writing credits to David Koepp, Koepp. I guess that's
Cope.
Koepp.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. This is tagged as psychological drama, psychological horror, psychological thriller, drama, horror, thriller. The IMDb blurb says, a family becomes convinced they are not alone when moving into their new home in the suburbs. It's kind of very innocuous, but I guess that sort of fits. This comes to us on Hulu, but also to buy rent on Prime. So I have to out myself and say that while I appreciated telling this ghost story, I guess, in a very different sort of way, a lot of it flew over my head, and you had to actually explain it to me in order for me to understand what the hell was going on. And even with that explanation, it didn't really bump up the story much.
Yeah, the gimmick of the movie is that the entire film is filmed through the point of view of the ghost. So the camera is the ghost. It's looking at these people. It's following them around the house. It's shaking stuff and bumping stuff off tables. And they give an explanation of the ghost when they bring a psychic into the house. And the psychic basically says something that if you're not really paying too much attention to, it'll probably just blow past you. But if you pay attention to it, then when you get to the end of the story and all is revealed,
it all makes sense.
It makes sense.
Kind of.
If you were paying attention and if you really think about it. Mm. So, yeah. I could see how even if you did pay attention to the psyche, you might not get what's going on.
This felt like homework. It just
I think that's the big problem with this is that they spent too little time explaining the mechanic and too much time with just, I guess, family drama. I mean, there were plots in there that had basically nothing to do with anything. Mm-hmm. There was something going on with the mother's business. She was on the phone talking to people, saying cryptic things. And then there's the father, and he's saying kind of cryptic stuff. And I'm wondering if the mother was involved in some sort of illegal shenanigans that the father was worried about, that he would have to separate from her or it might take down the whole family. Mm-hmm. I don't know why any of that was added there. It felt like maybe that was just like a big MacGuffin, and it was just meant to distract us. But the focus of the story was the daughter. Who apparently she is going through some turmoil or some depression because her best friend died of a drug overdose. And now they're moving to a new house, and everything seems to be getting done for the older brother, who is this big swim team star. And the mother seems to just love the shit out of this kid, more so than the daughter.
Right. The daughter's an afterthought.
The daughter's an afterthought, and the mother's reasoning for everything with the daughter is she just needs time. She doesn't need a new therapist or new medication or me or anything. She just needs time to get over her drug addict friend dying. And the father, on the other hand, is
very compassionate
towards his daughter. You could see in the relationship, the marital relationship, that she's the boss and he's just going along with it. And he even says as much. Mm-hmm. He's like, your mom likes controlling things and I'm content to just let her do that. But yeah, there were some other weird asides. He started talking about his mom and that she was super Catholic, and really nothing that anybody was ever saying in this movie really mattered when it came to the ghost.
Yeah. The most important person was the psychic.
Yeah, the only one that ever said anything that was relevant to the ghost's the mechanics behind the ghost was the psychic.
So I have to out myself and say I really didn't care for this.
I didn't really care for it either. I found it kind of dull. I remember because it's Hulu, we have the blessing of commercial breaks where we get to learn all about having a sauna while you go camping.
What is that
reason.
about?
I have no
what
idea.
Are people
why
doing?
You're going camping. Do you really need a goddamn sauna?
Yeah.
Anyway, during one of those commercial breaks, I remember going to the bathroom and thinking, what the hell am I watching? This feels like ordinary people told through the view of a ghost.
And lo and behold.
And lo and behold, when the movie comes back, they actually had an ordinary people reference. So, yeah.
I didn't catch that. I mean, I understood the whole family drama thing, but I didn't even in my head equate it to ordinary people. But
I didn't really equate it to ordinary people either. It was just sort of like, in my mind, it was, I'm watching a ghost story, and the ghost isn't really doing anything ghosty.
Yeah.
The ghost is just floating around, and he likes hiding in a closet.
Yeah.
And that's about it. For the longest time, the ghost didn't do shit. He just watched people talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And they weren't even really talking about very interesting things. The focus of the ghost attention, the daughter, she was obviously broken up about her friend, but she's also hooking up with some douchebag that her brother brought home.
Right.
And just sneaking liquor out of the parents' cabinet and having sex with her boyfriend. And honestly, none of the characters were even slightly likable.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, the mother was a bitch. The father was just a chump. The brother was a douchebag. He's like regaling them with some story about how they harassed some girl and got her to take I guess a lurid picture of herself. And they're like, the mother's laughing along with them, and the father's kind of disgusted. It was just make me like a character. If you're gonna make me sit through, how long was this movie?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Give me somebody to like, somebody to root for, especially in a alleged horror film. This wasn't a horror movie.
No.
This was barely. The only thing making this film qualify for the fact that it's in October, our selection of films for October, was there's a ghost in it.
Yeah.
And it's not really that impressive a ghost.
Right. Whatever budget they had, they pocketed because they didn't really do much.
No, I mean, the house was lovely, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
It's kind of disappointing. It wasn't really filmed in an interesting way. I mean, they were going for obviously natural light and settings because everything's through somebody's point of view. So obviously you're not going to have dramatic lighting.
Sure.
And there wasn't anything extraordinary about the soundtrack or the score of the movie. Yeah, the brother was such a douchebag. The mother was she had such a weird conversation with her son. I love you more than I've loved anything in my entire life. I was like, is this going to be like an incest movie now?
Don't go there because we did watch an incest movie.
Oh God, don't even remind me.
Yeah, I don't have really. It's weird because I could swear this film got decent reviews, and I just don't see it. I
don't know. Maybe people were blown away by the surprise at the end.
I suppose.
I didn't really care when they revealed the thing at the end. I was like, all right, I guess it doesn't really fit at all with what has gone before. There was no.
Yeah, I think you mentioned like, why would he all of a sudden have any stakes in his sister's life? Because he never exhibited any kind of like.
Are we just gonna give it away?
I mean, I don't know.
You know what? Let's people. You can find out for yourself, or not. We're not recommending this movie.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to recommend this. This did pretty decently on the IMDb page. It got like a 6 point something, which I think is generous.
I think people like Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah, go figure. I'm sure he's lovely.
He must be, because he's constantly working. He's constantly getting critical acclaim.
I didn't mind Kimmy. I know you didn't care for it.
Oh, Kimmy sucked. I did like Logan Lucky. That was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was very entertaining.
That was actually better than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
I dragged my foot.
I told you.
You were like, oh, we should watch it. And I just had no desire.
That was a good movie.
Because to me, he's Robert Rodriguez. But
Robert Rodriguez, hold the cheese. All right, so what are you going to give this? It's
Uh,
going to be a quick review.
I think just a 4.
I
It
will
was putting me to sleep.
I will give this a 4 as well. It wasn't the worst
It
thing
wasn't
I've
the
ever
worst,
seen.
but it wasn't good, and I'm exhausted after this watch. And it wasn't
Yeah.
a long movie.
Yeah,
I think it took forever to get to where it was going. I think to your point, none of the characters were likable.
None of them were likable.
I wasn't invested in anybody's story. I think the idea or the kernel of the idea was interesting, but it just wasn't also set up in a good manner. I mean, I can't imagine that I'm the only person that was confused by the storytelling. I cannot imagine that.
I could see, your confusion is not surprising at all. Not that you get confused by a lot of stuff. It's just, it was basically a single sentence told in the movie that explains how this could be happening. And it wasn't, I mean, give us more. Give us something else. And you didn't. You instead filled up useless time with, we got to speak to the lawyer. Is Bob going to, there was a whole thing where it's like, maybe we should talk to Bob. Is he going to be at the conference? Why do we need to talk to Bob? I don't know, and I don't care, and it never mattered to the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it was kind of a letdown. I mean, I think to your point, I think he makes a ton of movies with a lot of people. I mean, yeah, I'm surprised that he can get the caliber of actors and actresses to show up for his projects, considering
he must be a charming dude.
Yeah, considering it's been a long time since he's done anything critically acclaimed. So, yeah, I mean, if I was going to give this a score, it would just be a 4. It's a little bit less than average, and
below average.
Yeah.
Not necessarily bad, but
right,
below average.
but it's definitely below average. And I mean, if I'm going to waste my time watching a film, then it's certainly not going to be this. It'll be something that I get a takeaway from, and I didn't feel like I got a takeaway from any of this. I felt like the performers were all just okay. Usually when you watch stuff like this, there's one person that wows you. That wasn't the case here. So I didn't have any stakes in the game. So I basically was just like, okay, Amazon Prime Video, this is what I'll watch. But
Hulu.
I mean, well, no. Oh, it was Hulu? I thought it was Amazon.
No, we watched this on Hulu with an excessive amount of ads.
Oh, that's right. What did we talk? Did we watch something else on Amazon? Or we started watching that ROH, right? Was that
was Hoopla?
that was right. I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's late. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, just a 4. I feel like, and it's unfortunate because it's a ghost story, so it would have been nice to do a ghost story, but I feel like the ghost story arena is not there yet, and this just really didn't add to that genre.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of good ghost stories. This just wasn't in there.
This just wasn't in there.
This wasn't even remotely close to being in there.
Yeah.
So, there's only so many ways we could say this is not a good movie.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. This is a pass as far as we're concerned, but if you're still curious, you can check it out on Hulu. And don't forget to like, share, and follow. And if you've got any commentary, maybe you like this.
Yeah, maybe you thought it was just brilliant. Maybe you
thought it was just kick-ass. Let us know in the comments. And with that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll bid you all a
good night.
Good night.